Hello and welcome to today's reflection. Today we're going to look at several verses in 1 Samuel chapter 2. In 1 Samuel we hear the story of Hannah, who goes with her husband to the temple and prays to God that she would be able to bear a son or have a child. And God hears her prayer and answers. And in chapter 2 we pick up where Hannah has taken her son to the temple where he will be brought up by the priest Eli. And Hannah sings a song of praise to God. There are lots of overlaps between Hannah's song and the Magnificat, which is Mary's song found at the start of Luke's Gospel. And it talks a lot about how God is able to turn the tables, how God is able to bring high those who have been held down and oppressed, how he is able to perhaps reverse how people feel about individuals and situations, how the poor and the needy are elevated, and in return how those who perhaps have given themselves positions of grandeur are brought low. And I wonder maybe while we're reading this, if you can think of situations and jobs and positions where in the last few weeks and months our society has re-evaluated what it is that is important, how it has perhaps given a higher importance to those whose jobs maybe have appeared to be very shiny and bright, those in advertising and marketing and that side of things. Whereas during lockdown, I think we've been forced to look at those who provide services, those perhaps in our care industry, our utilities companies, those who, the delivery drivers, people who have gone above and beyond the food industry in order to keep our country running, and how those perhaps who have been traditionally held as less important roles have suddenly been brought high. So I'm going to read to you 1 Samuel 2, starting at verse 2. This is Hannah's song. She says, "There is no holy one like the Lord. There is no one besides you. There is no rock like our God. Talk no more so very proudly. Let not arrogance come from your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. The bows of the mighty are broken, but the feeble gird on strength. Those who were full have hired themselves out for bread, but those who were hungry are fat with spoil. The barren has borne 7, but she who has many children is forlorn. The Lord kills and brings to life. He brings down to Sheol and raises up. The Lord makes poor and makes rich. He brings low. He also exalts. He raises up the poor from the dust. He lifts the needy from the ash heap, to make them sit with princes and inherit a seat of honour. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's. On them he has set the world. He will guard the feet of his faithful ones, but the wicked shall be cut off in darkness. For not by might does one prevail. The Lord, his adversaries shall be shattered. The Most High will thunder in heaven. The Lord will judge the ends of the earth. He will give strength to his king and exalt the power of his anointed." And I really like the line. It's just one line, but it says, "For not by might does one prevail." And I think that's so true. It's often very quietly and just very discreetly done, I think, through our conversations with people, through opportunities for people to watch things online. It's not through might that we are able to make change and to convince people of which direction they should walk in and what paths their lives should go in. And it's often just by being quietly alongside people and praying for people. So my challenge today is, what things do you think God is asking you to do, which you can do quietly and without making a big extravagant display, but how are you able to come alongside others and help them as they explore something of